Hey y'all, it's your girl, Mara F. Babyy. Please say the baby. And I am joined today by one of my bestest friends, the Misguided Millennial.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on this glorious evening.
The amazing Shaq Daddy. And this is going to be our first installment of our little series, the THOT Chronicles. Chronicles, which, stands for Two Hot Obnoxious Tamales. And we're going to get into, many stories, okay? But we're going to
pick them up.
We're going to get into how our friendship started, but really like blossomed. Because we knew each other before.
We didn't really know each other.
So tell the people how you met me, Misguided Millennial.
Well, we went to a school that is no longer in business. We will not disclose that name, but you guys can Google it.
Mm-hmm.
We had a mutual friend at the time. And I feel like she was like hidden for me. Once we went on this like excursion, all chains were released and we just locked up like
broken
forever.
Due to the school that is no longer, I was a what do you call that? An honorary student there.
Right.
And that's how I got a chunk of friends, you
right.
should say. And so in this group of friends, we decided to take a trip to St. Thomas. Matter of fact, we decided to go on somebody else's trip.
Right.
No.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how we invited ourselves.
We invited ourselves on a trip that somebody else said they were going to. And we said, we want to go. You want to go? How much are flights? What they looking like?
We never been, so why not?
And I think that was my first time ever out the country, was St. Thomas.
No, what was it? I went to DR before.
Yeah, because I didn't get my passport till after. Because then you can fly to St. Thomas with just your license, okay?
Okay. You got a birth certificate, like.
That's it. No extra questions. That's it. So we decided to go to St. Thomas for Carnival. We have a mutual love for Carnival.
Getting freaky on the road.
It's unexplainable. We just have this shared experience for Carnival. So we decided to go with a couple people who have already been to St. Thomas Carnival. Okay.
Take note, already been.
They've already been there multiple times. So now if you travel with anybody who's been anywhere multiple times, you assume they got the hookup. They know where all the hot spots are. Okay. They know half the people on the island. They'll get you whatever you need to get to. They know everything. Okay. Right. So whatever they said, we did.
Literally.
Whatever they said, we did. Okay. What? Pay to be part of a band? We're paying for it. To march on the road.
That included liquor, a t-shirt, a whistle, a bag, like.
Yeah, we were supposed to be part of a band, get a t-shirt, whistle, unlimited alcohol, free breakfast, because Juve starts at what, 3 a.m.?
Yeah.
4 a.m. So you're supposed to be up on the road and get all these things, okay? And so we paid for that like $50.
Yeah.
We didn't know. Hey, pay that money, no problem. What? Get a hotel on the beach 10 minutes away from everything? Yeah, get that. Rent a car, do all that. Whatever you say, we do it. Because you've been there. We ain't never been there. We ain't never been
there. So we're just taking your advice. What do we need Google for when we have an expert, a tourist, a guide.
Experienced travelers.
Okay.
Experienced travelers. If I'm gonna go anywhere for the first time and somebody's been there 10 times,
I'm definitely
I'm
going
not
with you.
doing no research. You already know everything, right? Right?
Right?
So tell the people, Miss Millennial, what we did as soon as we got to St. Thomas.
Be a damn fool. That's what we did. What did we do? No, we went and got food. No, we checked into the hotel, which was miles away from the village. And the village is where all the festivities happen, like where it's on and popping.
We could the hotels, because we were actually at 2 separate hotels.
Right.
The hotels was 2 steps from the airport, so we could literally walk.
Right. Like with your suitcase in hand.
Walk from the airport to the hotel. Like, so we were like, why do we have a car? First of all. Okay. We understood after we realized that we were far from everything else. And we was in separate hotels. Now, the people who are the experienced St. Thomas travelers, okay, 2 were related to another mutual friend of ours, right? And so logically speaking, those 2 individuals, along with a friend, you would think the one person who's related to them would probably stay with them. That's not how it worked. That's not how it worked. Matter of fact, another friend was supposed to stay with them until we got to St. Thomas.
Quickly changed their mind.
Completely changed their mind. It was like, I don't want to stay with them. I don't know them.
Right.
Guess who stayed with them?
Mara took that L.
Because
she was a true rider. Like,
I don't care. I didn't care. I'm like, I'm in the country. Like, I know one of y'all. That's enough for me. You know, like, I don't care who's sharing the room, who's in it. I don't care. So we was in 2 separate hotels. It was 8 of us total. So it was 2 separate hotels. And I think the reason why we got 2 separate, because one had a fridge, one didn't.
Right.
But yeah.
Whatever.
So we landed in St. Thomas. And what we do?
Go get some American food.
American. Where?
Yeah, for 4 hours waiting for the food at somebody's damn Hooters. Hooters. Not no jerk chicken shop. Like, we went to Hooters. Like, and waited 4 hours. I kid you not, for the chicken wings.
We learned very quickly that service in St. Thomas, most of the Caribbean, but St. Thomas for real, slow.
No, island time is real. It's a real thing. Like, they need to add that.
Slow. If you're not somewhere where you can have drinks and be goofing off with anybody,
right,
you're gonna be annoyed. Okay. We came fresh off a flight, just dropped our bags off, drove a good like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
To the other end.
The other end of the island. Okay. When there was a couple restaurants
on the way.
Right there.
Jerk shops.
Jamaican food. There's a Haitian restaurant. Okay. Island restaurant. There were so many things, but we went all the way to Hooters. I don't even know. I don't even know.
I don't know who suggested that. Like, it was just like,
I know. Think about it, like, I don't know who said we were going. I just know I got in a car and was there.
Right.
Okay.
And we were on vacation. We didn't care.
We was like, first time in St. Thomas. Okay. That was our first meal in hours. I mean, I don't even know if I had breakfast, but that was our first meal and it wasn't that great. Okay. After that, we had to go pick up our package for the parade.
There was definitely an incident when we went to go pick up our bags. I can't remember what it was, but there was definitely an issue. Like, they weren't trying to give somebody their bag.
Yeah, like somebody didn't get the flag.
Right.
Or like the bag wasn't full. Like my bag had a flag, but somebody else's didn't, or didn't have something was missing. I still have my St. Thomas flag to this day.
Yeah, me too.
I have mine. So we do all that, go back to the hotel to get ready to go to a village. What's the village? It's it's
Literally a parking lot where they put up tents for vendors, got a stage, the whole shebang.
Yeah, that's where all the shows are, where all the artists come to perform, a lot of food. We could have went to the village just to get food.
Because they open up early.
Early in the day.
Like, because they have kids that go, they have a carousel, like all kinds of kid games, but we didn't think to go there.
All this. So before we go into the village, we meet up with some locals.
Locals.
We were introduced to some locals that, our tour guides introduced us to. And we're like, okay, cool. Now, we're trying to process that if these are, your people, your locals, and this is all they've shown you, then it's kind of like, okay, whatever. So we in the village all night, basically, right?
Pretty much.
All night. I actually think it was only 4 of us that lasted. For some reason, every single night we lost half the group.
Right. And I think we went too early sometimes. Because like it usually gets like popping maybe around like 10:30, 11. And I think we went around like 9:30, which is shameful to be there that early.
We went so early. We was trying to get drunk off of Crucian rum, which is rum from St. Thomas. We got every single flavor. Didn't work. Flavor. It's juice.
Mind you, there was 8 of us, and we all got different flavors.
It doesn't get you drunk. It's sugar water, okay? Just the wigs, but it was cheap.
Right. Oh, you said
$5. $5 a bottle. So, yeah, we're in the village early, and like, I don't even know who performed. I just remember meeting up with other locals.
Right. Other locals.
Okay.
And like 2 other locals that night?
Yeah. 2 other locals. We got in conversations with them, and we decided for them to be our own tour guides. I believe we exchanged numbers that night.
Didn't save them.
Didn't save them. We just said, if you could reach me on this island, if I have service, you will find me. And I remember we left the village just to go back to the hotel. Mind you, we're driving back to the hotel to get ready for Juve.
Right.
Okay.
At 3:00 in the morning.
3:00 in the morning. Keep in mind, we only ate at Hooters. We had nothing in between.
It was hours before. We probably ate around like maybe 7.
Even before that.
7 o'clock. I don't even remember what time it was, but
it was early in the day. It was probably like 2.
It probably was. You're right.
Probably like 2. We probably had a couple of chicken wings left over and then just ate it before we went to the village. No, I didn't buy nothing in the village.
Right.
Only everybody paid to be on this parade of Juve or whatever. Only 4 of us went.
Right. Let's get into that. Only 4 of us went.
Only 4.
Now these weren't the veterans. These were 4 people that had no clue where to go, what to do.
The people that we followed to St. Thomas did not come with us. Okay, this was the first time we decided we're going to figure this out by ourselves. I don't know where they went. One of our friends couldn't go for health reasons, but the other ones were our guides. And we figured it out on our own. We took the car and we parked in some bushes.
Right. Mind you, the street that we have to drive to get to Juve closes down. So we had to park down some side streets because you can't park on that main street. So
No,
we had to figure things out as we drove down the street, pretty
no
much.
GPS, just
No GPS whatsoever.
just using our brains and trying to follow what we see.
Right.
And
Oh, and they drive on the left-hand side.
they drive on the left-hand side. Yes. Yes.
It isn't enough already. I don't know.
But we're still in our yay, we're in St. Thomas phase. Like we're hyped. We're still like, woo, Carnival, Juve, bright and early, 3 a.m. Like
no sleep.
No sleep. And the music just starts playing. You ready? You ready? You ready?
We ready? We're ready. We're like, yes, we're ready.
Been ready. The truck is there that should be giving us alcohol. I didn't get not one drop of alcohol in my cup. Did you?
No, I didn't even think I got a splash.
Okay. Not a drop of alcohol. And plus the alcohol that we given what? Cruisin? That we had every flavor anyways.
Right.
We were given paint.
Yep.
Paint.
That was not mixed right.
We were given powdered paint. We did not last on the road. What time did we leave?
We left at 7. And like I think we did like a good 2, because it didn't start. Like we met up at a certain spot. Mm-hmm. And we stayed there for a while, and I don't think we started moving until like maybe like 4:35.
Yep, close to 4. And we didn't know.
Right, we didn't know. And then once we got halfway, we were like, "Yo, we can't hang." The sun was rising. We're like, we can't do this.
Understand? As soon as the sun came up, it was literally pushing 6:37. The sun comes up, and we're like, should we leave? Because we haven't even gotten our breakfast yet. Is the breakfast on the truck? We didn't even know what the breakfast was.
Right. And first, where it stopped, we thought that's where it ended. But it keeps going. So we're like, yeah, this is it. We're done.
And had to walk back to our car with paint all over us. Back into our rental car with paint all over us.
Right.
And at that point, my head started throbbing because understand, we had not eaten anything or slept.
Right.
Okay. We were basically up at that point for 24 hours.
Basically.
Because we probably left Boston like 6, 7 in the morning. You know, we only had Hooters, dry ass chicken, nothing else. And we've been just up partying. I go back to my hotel. My head is pounding, like pounding. My tour guides sleep.
Literally.
Sleep, just sleep. I remember waking up, like just feeling so nauseous, like throwing up. I was so sick. I don't know if it was lack of food. My head was throbbing. I don't know what it was. I remember being sick and then going to lay on the beach for like 5 hours.
Right. That's all we did because we were tired.
I was so dead. Everybody was like, "You okay?" I'm just like, "Just let me lay here." Whenever I have a headache, I'm dramatic as hell. I'm gonna be like, "Just let me lay here to die. At least I'll die here on the beach." Okay. I remember getting and I was like, on my first day, I'm already dying. How am I gonna make it the rest of the carnival? Like,
right.
So I mean, after the first day, we kind of knew like we were on our own. Like, we're gonna have to do everything on our own. We still didn't listen because we ended up agreeing to go on that party boat.
Yeah.
Paying to get on a party boat, you know, because once again, we're thinking y'all been here, so y'all must know the party boat is rocking.
Right.
Yeah. So every event that we decided to do per our tour guide's suggestions, we really didn't have to do. We did not have to do. We did not have to do. And we learned this because of our locals.
We have renamed them for privacy reasons. Vibes Cartel and Iggy Azalea. Those are our tour guides, and that's what they will be named for the remainder of these.
Vibes Cartel because of Jamaican descent and because you should probably be locked up. And Iggy Azalea because we can't understand what this person says when they speak. It's like, blah, 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 blah. And that's how Iggy Azalea raps. And so that's why we call them Iggy and Vibes. So Iggy and Vibes gave us the real St. Thomas tour. And it was probably by night 2 that this is when Shaq and I were like, we were here, okay? Right. We were here, okay? And when our tour guides wanted to take us, our new, local tour guides wanted to take us off the route, off the trail that our American tour guides had us on, we were just here.
Right. Okay?
And we were just about that life.
About it. You always got to have that one friend when you're traveling that's down to do whatever. Because you can't be doing stuff by yourself. Like, girl.
No, not in these foreign lands. No.
Okay. No. You trying to be on somebody's news?
You need to have somebody with you who is either going to be like, yep, I'm down to it with you, or I'm just going to make sure you're good. Right. Okay. Right. If you don't have that, you shouldn't be doing nothing.
Right. Okay. And if they can be both, even better.
Okay.
Even better.
So disclaimer, I don't encourage anybody leaving their pack. Okay.
Venturing off
with strangers. No matter how well you think you know them for the 5 minutes that you met them. Okay. Right. Do not venture off with anybody. I just don't recommend it. Okay. And I done heard a lot of stories and, in news and stuff, and to hear some things that happen to, especially females,
right,
in foreign countries and stuff, like, I'd be like, it could have been me, because
seriously,
risk taker.
And you will learn that through these chronicles, because this isn't the start. It gets spicier.
Okay.
Samara says.